You're both just like me, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
all right, we're streaming right now. The levels are looking good. Okay, let me get a sound check right quick. Say something.
Here.
Okay, you sound good,
I'm
okay?
here.
You're a little bit louder
E
than me, but that's fine,
diversity.
yeah? Okay, so let's get this started. I have the screen all
Get this
ready to
started.
go. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, yo, check it out. What's up? It's your boy DJ Elf7. Today I have a very special guest. It's pretty rare, okay? But we're in New York City, so there's a lot of people out here. We have another DJ activist. Hell yeah. Yo, and honestly, I'm excited because we're both working public housing. It's cool as shit, yeah? And this guy's honestly, I like this guy. Yeah, I seen him at a couple events. But I'm gonna let him introduce himself. Go ahead, introduce yourself. Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. I'm Caesar or DJ Cesar Verse. I'm from Maple Houses and I co-founded Save Section 9 to save public housing because public housing is slowly being privatized just to make billions of dollars, but not really help members of the community and tenants.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what got you into the whole activism like field? Like, what got you into activism?
Oh, activism. It was in around '98. Uh, I saw a lot of trucks passing by with smokestacks, and then they were idling in front of the kids. And in my neighborhood, we had one of the highest asthma rates in the whole county. Actually, in the whole United States, the county with the highest asthma rates in the United States.
The highest what
So
rates?
I was asthma rates, asthma,
Asthma, okay.
asthma rates. We have high obesity rates. People with diabetes. We had a lot of these environmental and also physical problems. And then I saw that all these industries were coming here, placing their toxic and then polluting sources in our neighborhood. So that's how I started. I went to science school. I went to SUNY Environmental Science and Forestry because I wanted to find a solution to all these environmental problems.
Yeah,
So
that's cool,
that's
man. Just so you
basically
know,
that's where it started.
I also kind
Yeah.
of like started with environmental stuff myself too, man. I always was, I like nature, and I always want to take care of the earth that I was living on. As time went on, I got sucked into other things, and now environmental is a very small part of my activism, almost none. But that's cool that we started in a lot of the same ways, man. That's cool. Like, you're like my brother, man, for real. Yeah, yeah. How'd you get into the
Yeah.
How'd you get into the DJing stuff, man?
Oh, my brother used to DJ in the '90s.
Okay,
His name was DJ Rocco D.
okay.
He was playing freestyle, so I used to help him out. And then I was like, let me just try. So when I went to school in Syracuse, ESF, Sony ESF is in Syracuse. So they had like a radio station there, WERW 550. So I had like a show towards the end of like my senior year when I was leaving college.
We're so similar, man,
So
because
I was playing trance music.
I also started with the college radio DJ show. We're like so similar, man. Like we're like long lost brothers or something. Who knows, man?
Yeah,
Yeah, who knows? Yeah.
yeah. You started, yeah. Maybe that's how we connect because we have a similar background.
Yo, just so
Yeah,
you
I
know,
was
everybody
like,
who's watching, me and C Diverse supposed to be performing at the upcoming Mott Haven Development Family Day. You know what I mean? Definitely want to throw my man's. I like to have an open, like, I know, like, a lot of times DJs, it's hard to get on, and also, right, C Diverse is going to actually add some diversity. I don't really have like a good range of I have some reggae. I ain't got a lot of Spanish music. My man C Diverse is gonna make sure that I'm covered. Heck yeah. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you coming through and helping the boy out. Yeah, for real. Yeah?
yeah,
Yeah.
here to help out and play some music too.
Yeah, I used
Yeah.
to hang with a lot of Latino people, man. When I was in University of Buffalo, I got elected to, and the president and the treasurer were both Latinos. So I did a lot of
Oh,
the salsa
University
I
of
was at all the
Buffalo.
parties. Yeah? Yeah.
I used to visit that place.
Oh, for real? Okay.
Yeah, I had a friend that went over there for I think he was doing computer something,
Computer
computer
engineering.
engineering.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
went there a couple of times.
this channel, even though it's DJ Elf 7, right? The DJ is really kind of secondary here. It's really about the activism, right? So within your
Okay.
activism, right, some people like have different influences. Like you could see like in my videos, a lot of times I'll reference Malcolm X, Martin Luther King heavily, right? Yeah. These are American activists, right? And ones that I grew up with and learned about, right? What we also know there's some famous, everybody likes to do the Che stuff, but Cesar Chavez, right? Not as sexy looking, but got a lot of work done, right? Yeah. What influences are there for you in the activism world?
Yeah, Mahatma Gandhi with civil disobedience, Harry David Thoreau with mixed environmentalism and civil disobedience in school. Damn, Martin Luther King, doing things the social way, getting people together regardless of race. That's why I like those three.
Okay.
More of combining our forces together, not be individualized.
Some
We all
people
face similar problems.
some people build
Yeah.
their like systems off of like socialism or capitalism, right? Not that I really necessarily agree with those labels, right? Yeah, but there's different types of philosophies of like political stuff. Do you have any particular political philosophies or ideologies?
Yeah, like I would say myself is, I mean, if you want to use labels, it's socialist, leftist, liberal, idealist, and humanist. Uh, a little bit of socialism. My background is in urban planning. I went to a master's in urban planning,
Okay.
so I'm more like community design and community planning, bringing people together, having diverse infrastructure, diverse cultures in the community. So it's more like that. It's how can we work together uh, as as diverse individuals? Now, I don't like monotony. Like everything looks the same. Like it's important to have different types of cultures, and it's also helpful to the environment where you have different cultures. So it doesn't it's not boring, and you also learn to about recognizing how people live and the differences and the similarities.
Were you
So
involved with East
those
River Park activism? I thought I saw you around.
East River Park. No, I used to be an intern at the Bronx River Alliance.
Okay.
So, and then I was also meeting some people that would do work on bike lanes on the Hudson River.
That was back during
They
the
were
Bloomberg era, right?
I was in the Bloomberg era.
So you've
So
been an activist for a
it,
while, like decades now.
yes, I think I've been. If I could say myself, activism probably around 17 years.
Hell yeah. All
Uh,
right, cool, man. I like
the
that.
like different things like the environmental justice, multimodal transportation, urban planning, preserving public housing, diversifying housing in the city. And I'm also a member of the community board. So I get to hear about these things, about what's happening in the community. I'm in the land use committee. So then I get to see all these developments that are happening. And then I give my opinions regarding what I think of these developments. And usually honest, I say this is not for us. That's why it's important to say public house. That's the reason why State Section 9 was started because public housing is actually the last remaining affordable housing to many people in here in my haven, in the South
Community board
Bronx.
is an important position. They're responsible for giving advice on a lot of grants and contracts. Department of Aging, Department of Youth, right? Yeah, they're very important. So I give you a lot of props for actually getting on the community board, and that
Thank
means
you.
you're gonna be very knowledgeable about what's going on in your direct community in ways that others are not, where the funding lines and stuff like going. So that's cool as hell, man. Good job, man.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
so I want people who are watching to recognize, right, that he's doing more than just talking about, more than just showing up on the streets, right? He's actually carrying through, getting elected positions, right? Engaging. The community board is that elected, or it is, right? To get a seat on the community board.
You apply for it, but it's usually you get support by the borough president or city council.
Yeah, you
I
have to.
believe I was elected by Viborito. Burrito helped me get into the board about 5 years ago.
Okay, my bad. Yeah, so the community board is not actually but they are a very important position, and they're definitely involved in the day-to-day work. So you're gonna know what's going on. I appreciate that. Yeah. So
Yeah.
so as being an activist for 17 years, which I appreciate, there's nobody's really teaching activism in schools, or if they are, it's usually kind of bunk. Yeah. What do you think are some of the most effective things that activists can do?
The most effective thing is to be educated about the topic. That's one thing, and also to understand the neighborhood. Uh, at times, people just bring in a certain activism, and then don't realize some of these neighborhood have been doing activism for a long time.
Yeah.
So not encourage them and say like I'm doing this better than you. Be like no, be like be mindful that some people have been here for generations. I mean, the Point CDC have been here for over 30 years. South Bronx Night, they do activism, and all these other organizations that are in the South Bronx do activism. So the first to be educated and understand the neighborhood that you're doing activism on, like, and then not redo the activism, but join the activism.
Yeah.
That's already happening. Not change it. Just join it. You could tweak it and help it, and add to it and make it better. That's not a problem. I mean, some
But
people
don't, yeah,
want
to
do new,
replace you.
fresh. Yeah,
Yeah. I
yeah,
say that 100% all the time. That's something I deal with on a regular basis. I'd be saying trust the ones that've been with you, not the ones that they give you. You know what I mean? So the thing is that, right? You've been part of the community. You understand the community. You've been working with them for a long time. Anybody who actually gives a crap about the community, if they come in from the outside, they should be talking to you to ask you what you want or what you need, right? Yeah. But sometimes what happens is that, and it's not even like sometimes the people mean well. Most of the time they don't. A lot of times the industry comes in and they call it like astroturfing. They'll have some dude that comes in, looks and sounds the way that you think an activist should look and sound, like they do on TV. You know what I mean? Saying some slick stuff, right? But they never gave a crap about the community, and then they end up destroying all the work that's been and disrespecting the community itself. It's quite sad. You know what I mean? But
sometimes it's intentional.
huh?
Sometimes it's intentional.
Yeah, absolutely intentional. In
That,
fact,
that
I
the
would say
person
most of
could,
the
like,
time,
yeah,
right? Yeah, most
yeah.
of the time. Yeah. So, that's definitely true. Yeah. So thank you so much for that. That's something I experienced myself for real. Yeah. And you're gonna hear that from a real grassroots activist. Okay. So
Well,
now,
I experienced that as well. So some people be like, we know the BS. We could see when the BS is happening because they have seen it for a long time. So
yeah.
you just have to be authentic. You don't understand certain things, just ask people. People like authenticity and honesty.
There's a
Nah,
lot of people.
not just
Hell yeah.
yeah,
Now
yeah,
there's a lot of people, and this channel is meant to kind of help these people. There's a lot of people who want to get involved in activism. They mean well, and then they get sucked up right into these whack groups, right? Yeah, that were
yeah,
honestly right that are usually replacement groups because they have all the
yeah.
money for the marketing paid for by the industry, so they're steered to go in one way. They're only taught about certain things. They're told not to listen to people in the community or other people who's actually doing activism, only the leadership, right? Yeah. So the thing is that what are some of the best, so you've been part of different organizations, right? Sometimes, right? I've been part of different political organizations as time goes by. Worked on a lot of different campaigns, some better than others, right? What are some of the best practices that you see organizations do to really assure that the community's needs are taken care of correctly?
The main needs are taken care correctly. So
Not only communities but also the people who are involved, because people who are watching this, right? They may be activists themselves who are part of an organization. They may be volunteering. They may see some weird stuff going on. They have some questions, right? They're not really sure about what's going on. Um, so what are some of the things that they should look for, like in a good activist organization, so they can differentiate it from the fake ones?
a good activist organization should be organized. That you understand who's doing what, or how there's a hierarchy. You understand how it works, how the organization functions, and what are the values? I mean, some organizations have a mission statement and a goal. What is that? Are they when you get there? Do you see the mission and the vision actually being shown through their actions? You
Yeah.
know, it's you know automatically like if an organization just there to make a buck, just to get a grant, compared to an organization that from the start when you get in and you see the people being active and they love being there. They love some of them may not be getting paid much. In nonprofits, you don't get paid that much. So it just the love of the fact that they are contributing to the progress of our community. Uh,
Hell yeah.
we have that. You could see it when you come into an organization. I mean, I seen that at the point I saw that with the people that have been there for a long time. Uh,
And much love to this guy.
then
I was at Millbrook Houses the other day, like last weekend, and this guy, right, just came up, yeah, and he was actually helping me to get signatures while I was there. Nobody's really recognizing him. He just decided to just help out, you know what I mean? And that was fucking awesome. And I appreciate that for real. I could see you really about it.
yeah, well, I saw you there, say Sector 9. So I was like, we need to say public housing. We need people to know about it. This is not only about public housing; it's also about the city.
Yeah.
It could be stabilized housing everywhere in the city if we don't protect it. It's not only about us; it's about the neighborhood surrounding it as well.
Okay.
That's one major reason for yeah.
So, look, so I like the fact that you're talking about action and stuff like that too, right? A lot of people talk, 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 especially these candidates talk, 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 right? Yeah. Where's the action? So, out of the work that you've done, right? You've worked with several organizations. What are you the most proud of accomplishing?
For me, the major accomplishment that took about 2 years is starting a nonprofit. It's called the Bronx Institute for Urban Systems. That's a nonprofit that
Bronx
started
entity for what?
Bronx Institute for Urban Systems. It's a long name.
Institute for Urban Systems. Okay.
So we went out with commission to construct a garden in public housing. It's called Millbrook Garden. It's actually being constructed right now. So that's part of a way to use garden to educate people about energy issues, about environmental issues, about community issues, things like that. That's what I'm most proud of because it took a while to get permission to get the space for the garden. And then we were able to get the space for the garden. Now we're building it. That's one major accomplishment.
I'm gonna bring up
The
some
second
plants.
one, huh?
I'm gonna
What?
bring up some plants to give away
Oh yeah, you bring some
at the
plants, but
event.
make sure they shade. Make sure they shaded plants, shading,
Yeah,
because
yeah. I'll
there's
bring them
not
on
a lot of
Saturday.
light.
Yeah, I'll bring them on
You have
Saturday.
to
We're giving away
bring
some
it
plants on
outside,
Saturday. You heard? Yeah.
give away some plants. And the second one is the Institute wrote a report regarding a converter station that was going to be built in the Bronx Terminal Market. So, and some people in the community that I know of that deal with environmental justice were mentioning to me that they had this converter station. So then I wrote a report regarding it to say that this might cause a lot of environmental problems and then also affect the community. And then what I found out is that Richard Torres, the congressman, talked to the company regarding the project and they moved the converter station to Queens. It's no longer here. So through the efforts of the institute and the report, we were able to remove this converter station to Queens. That's two major ones right now that have happened recently. Uh, Things like that. But I've done other things before, regarding planning stuff and environmental justice stuff. I was helping with Bronx River Alliance when Concrete Pine Park wasn't functioning yet, like it wasn't open yet.
All
we're
right.
working on that. That increased the public view of how important it is to have our parks and also to have uh, bicycles and multimodal transportation. That helps with the environment. Things like that.
Okay. Cool, man. Um, that's dope as hell. So look, other people want to like maybe they want to follow you, get more, find out more about your activism. You have like a website, you have like any social media. How do you let people know about like what's going on with you? How can people follow you and your activism?
Yeah, so I have Instagram, so BXIUSNYC.
Okay.
Uh, have that so people could look at the Instagram. The Instagram has postings about the garden, and then I also have a website called bxius.org. So that website has information about the nonprofit, and then you go to that site at the bottom. You have like links to the Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So there's some YouTube videos. Somebody's calling me. Sorry, cancel this.
Yo, so don't worry about it. We're pretty much almost done with this. We're pretty much almost done with this interview right here. You're gonna see more of us. I almost guarantee it, right? I plan on, eating up the whole entire DJ scene for activism out here in New York City, and I plan on bringing C Diverse with me. We got to have Spanish music. He's definitely right about that. They're a big, significant population, and we got to rock it out. So, I like this guy's style, and I like what he's doing. And real DJs out here and real activists need real support, and that's what I'm here to do, man. So, thanks for being one of the realest ones out here. You're cool as shit,
Yeah,
man, and I look forward to. If you're gonna see me, you're probably gonna see this guy. That's what's up. C Diverse. Remember the name. Elf 7. We're gonna be together. That's what's up. You know what I mean? Hell
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Excited, man. Yeah. Y'all got some plans,
Thank-
man. Yo, actually, just to tell you, guys, this is actually live streaming. I bet you nobody's fucking watching. But, so you go back in the day, right? Remember I was at the gym with the guy named, I don't know if you heard of DJ Rob Swift from the Executioners. The fifth,
Rob Swift. Yeah,
yeah, you remember that? Remember the
yeah.
fifth platoon? Like I know, like Cotton Candy, she used to be a fucking incredible activist and a DJ. Shout out to Cotton Candy. I don't know if I'm big enough for her to fuck with, but you know, what I mean, I'm like, yo, why don't we have like a DJ battle, a MC battle, and maybe maybe like a dance competition amongst all the private public housing in all of the country. You know what I mean? And really try to
Oh, yeah.
build it up. You know what I mean? Yeah, maybe
There's a lot of DJs in public housing. My
word up.
department probably has like 10. There was like a Father's Day event
So what
about
about we have
a
some
month
judges,
and a
man?
half.
C Diverse be a
Uh,
judge, Rob Swift be a judge. We're gonna find some other tenant association presidents be judges and shit like that. Yo, let's do it, man.
yeah,
It's been a long time since they had any of that type of stuff. You know what I mean? We're bringing all back. You know what I mean? We're bringing all back, and we're gonna be eating this shit up, man. Hell yeah! You down for that?
yeah.
C Diverse?
That's what we good. That's what we got to
Yo,
do.
we're gonna live, man. We're gonna show these motherfuckers how to live. Yeah, we're gonna take it way the fuck back and bring it to the future, man. So fuck yeah,
Show
C
that talent.
Diverse. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the hip hop came from public housing. Came from these
Yeah,
neighborhoods.
yo, they use that
Yeah,
shit all the time, man. They use they
yeah,
use that. It pretty much is public housing, Patterson projects. You know what I mean? Says the Jamaica houses, all that stuff, man. You can't stop that. You mean like Mitchell houses? You know what I mean? That's all. You know what I mean? Yo,
yeah,
yeah. So
yeah.
shout out to everybody that's watching. Yo, me and C Diverse. Yo, this weekend I'm gonna be live streaming. You're gonna see some ill, crazy. Y'all got mad free giveaways. Yo, everybody, we're gonna start eating this whole scene up, boy. You know what I mean? Yo, C Diverse. I'm
Right.
excited, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
All
me
right.
too. Me too.
All right.
Excited.
One love, my brother. I
Okay.
look forward to seeing you
Good
again.
night.
Yo, for real,
Yeah.
we're gonna be up this Saturday. That's Mott Haven houses, 12 to 6 p.m. Come and see us. That's what's up. All right. That's it, man. Anything else you want to add before I end the interview? Before the interview's over?
Come in to rock and roll. Well,
Rock and
actually,
roll,
we're going
baby.
to
I
Spanish
got
roll.
rock and roll too, man. I'm a classic rock head, yeah? Yo, we're gonna see you this
Yeah.
weekend, yeah? My eyes are on fire.
Yeah.
All right, baby.
Yeah.
One love, man. It's great to see you.
I know.
I'm gonna end
Yeah.
it. Wait, I'm in the stream. Let me say a couple things afterwards. Let me just end